Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur struggling to get web traffic that converts into paying clients? Stop wasting time and money. Discover how to position yourself as the go-to authority in your niche or industry. Infuse your wow website with the best unmarketing strategies and drive traffic to your website that converts to leads and clients. Listen to the Unmarket Your Business podcast today and watch as your ideal clients find you with ease. Let's head into the studio now with our hostess with the mostest, Carol J. Dunlop. Hey everyone, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm Carol J. Dunlop, your online strategist, and you are part of the Unmarket Your Business podcast. I am so happy that you're here. And guess what? We are on our way to 200 episodes. Right now, this is episode number 178. When I started this podcast, I never thought that I would have this many episodes, I guess. But in my previous podcast with the Fit for Life Radio, I want to say I did 400 and something episodes, something like that. It was on for 10 years, So this is a great milestone. We're heading to a great milestone. We passed 100, we passed 150, and now we're headed to 200. I'm so excited, and I'm excited that you're here. So let's get into what we're talking about today, and that is the success trifecta. Authorship, meaning writing a book, and more, we're writing a best-selling book, creating an influential podcast, and hosting an expert summit. All those three things together, the trifecta of marketing. I call it my best unmarketing strategy, because now is the best time for you to figure out what you want to do, where you want to go in your business, what's going on, because I know a lot of you out there that are listening right now are no longer employed by the U.S. government. But do not lose heart, because there are things that you can do. And number one, if you follow what I'm talking about today, in this episode today about the best unmarketing strategy, you could have your ticket to do whatever you want, whenever you want, wherever you want in your business. So I'm going to show you how. We're going to get to that in just a second. But before we get to that, do you think that social media is the only way for you to actually promote your business, get your word out there, find people to follow you? No, it is not. Now, I don't have anything against social media. I've been kind of off of it, not really off, but not doing as much as I used to, actually doing way less than I used to, because it was affecting my mental health. And we can't have things affecting our mental health these days, because that's all we got, right? Just to be honest with you. So you don't have to have social media. And there's nothing wrong with social media. It's the people who run it, or the people who are on it, the people who are in it, that type of thing. It's not bad in and of itself. Like money is not bad in and of itself. It's the love of money that is the root of all evil. So let's not think that social media is terrible or awful, because it does some great things. And people have found long lost loves. They have found loves they never had before. They found people they've been looking for, and it's been a happy ending. There are also been some sad stuff on there. And then there's the politics and religion, which we're not going to go into that today. But you know how it is. Social media is just full of stuff. It's just stuff out there. And when you get your business started or growing your business, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not on social media. How crazy is that? What am I going to do? Not to worry. I got something very special for you. And it is the Grow Your Biz Without Social Summit that I am speaking at. And as a matter of fact, I'm speaking on this very topic that I'm talking about right now: authorship, podcasting, and virtual summits. Except in the interview that I did with Gabe, I will be going in much deeper than I am right now. So this is kind of a prelude to it. And then go and get your free ticket to the summit. And you can get that by going to csicorporation.com/GBWS, Grow Your Biz Without Social. csicorporation.com/GBWS. Now it starts next week, I think it is. It's either next week or the week after that, but you got time. So do it now before you forget about it, because I am among a select group of speakers who are talking about get social media out of here, get this in here, and talking about all kinds of things. Guess what? My biz bestie, Nadine Mullings, is also a guest there. There are a couple other people who are speaking who I've been following for a long time. I can't wait till this thing goes on. It's just divine timing. It's awesome. So get your ticket and stop thinking that you have to have social media in order to market. It is a choice. Yes. And it works. Yes. Till it doesn't. Right. So get you some options in there. It's tech time. The technology I'm talking about today is Printful or Printful.com. Printful is a business organization platform, I should say, where you can create all types of promo items like think cups, t-shirts, or pretty much anything you can put your logo on, and you can sell it directly from your website. Now, I've been using Printful for a few years now. I love the way they operate. You can set it up to go through your website, so you can turn your website, the whole thing, into a store, or part of it into a store. Like I have some unmarketing t-shirts and things like that. So, if you want to get some, it could be like extra money. It could be a way for you to expand your brand, get visibility. A lot of marketing goes on a t-shirt. So think about that. And the best thing about it is you can do it from your own website. All you got to do is hook it into them. And then when people buy, you get the part that's supposed to be for you. And then Printful takes the part that they need. Say, for instance, it's $30 and they're going to take, and this is just made up. They're going to take 10 and you get 20. There are different numbers in there. When you set it up, you'll see, but they'll take it all, then their part, and they'll do everything for you. They will ship it. You don't have to worry about it. They'll let you know if something happens, but you get your money up front. That's one thing I didn't like with other t-shirt type services. You had to wait 30 days, 90 days to get your money. But now with this, you get it instantly. I love it. And you will too. All you need to do is go to Printful.com, sign up. It's absolutely free. They don't take any money from you up front, which is good. They don't make money until you make money. So go to Printful.com and get started. What's holding you back from hitting go on your marketing plan? Fear, being unsure, imposter syndrome, frustration? That stops now. What if I showed you how to reach your target audience and get them to buy? How to make social media marketing easy? How to understand the power of email marketing? And how to conquer your fear of putting yourself out there? What if I provided you with simple tools and techniques, easy to implement training that bring you clarity, and give you the expertise and the know-how to convert marketing into money? Hey there, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist and 6-time best-selling author. I teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you to convert marketing into money. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who's ready to stop allowing fear and frustration to keep you stuck and instead embrace clarity, authority, and expert instruction to convert your marketing strategies into money in the bank, then you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. In the Academy, you'll take a deep dive into the tools, techniques, and trainings that helped me and my husband to sustain our successful business in spite of the 2008 recession, 2 major health crises, and of course, the pandemic. The Academy is about replacing expensive, frustrating, and overwhelming marketing practices with simple, easy to implement marketing resources that get you in front of your target audience and get you paid. This Academy is for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who crave simple marketing strategies, coaches who need real-life trainings to take the overwhelm out of marketing, small business owners who are ready to conquer their fear of putting themselves out there, service providers who want to use social media and email marketing effectively, action takers who are ready to go live without fear. Marketing your business successfully takes work and marketing. Without marketing, they don't know you exist. If you're ready to convert your marketing into money, you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. Join the Unmarketing Academy today by going to unmarketyourbusiness.com/join. Now, as I said before, there is no guest today. It's just me teaching you some of my strategies that have helped me in my business. And one of the best things that's happened to me to help me to market my business, make my business successful, and keep rolling, bringing in consistent money is the best unmarketing strategy, which I call that's this all lumped together. And it is creating a best-selling book, producing an influential podcast, and hosting an expert summit. So those three things that I've done over and over again, as you'll see, I'm going to go through it and tell you all about it. This is what's helped me to keep my business on top. You know, when you have those ups and downs and those slow periods, and sometimes it just stay down. These are the things that has helped me to gain traction and to get continual money coming in. And I'm going to show you how you can do it as well. My biz bestie, as I mentioned before, we're going to be on the summit together, Nadine Mullings. She loves these iterations of three. If she always says, if something comes in threes, then you better wake up and look at it because it's probably divinely aligned with you, or it's something to make you pay attention. And that's exactly what this best unmarketing strategy is. It's three things that give you more visibility, help you expand your brand, help you get out there in front of the people who want to hire you and will pay you, because that's what we're all after, right? That's why we started this business. So let me tell you how this thing all started. So first thing first, I love podcasts. I've loved podcasts ever since I was introduced to them in 2009, when one of my friends and colleagues did a podcast episode and sent it to me. She just interviewed another business owner and sent it to me. I had never heard of it. I didn't know what it was. And I was like, what the heck is this? What did you do? Tell me all about it. I think I called her right away. What did you do? What is this? When I saw how easy it was, I had my podcast set up in like a week. My first one was called Fit for Life Radio. I ran it for 10 years. And like I said, I probably had about 450 episodes on that one. And it was great. I'd get like 10,000 downloads an episode on the thing. I brought 8-time Mr. Olympia Lee Haney on. We did a joint podcast for about 2 years. And so it was great. I got to meet a lot of people. I got invited to a lot of things, and I made a lot of money through that. That's why I love podcasts, because you can actually get in the ear of your ideal, perfect client each and every time your podcast comes out, because they're waiting for it and they're looking for it. And they're like, what kind of new stuff are you going to teach me today? Or what thing are you going to expand on that's going to help me in my business and my life, whatever. So don't sleep on podcasts. So that was it. All right. To date, between helping my clients start their podcast and me doing my own podcast, I've created 10 different podcasts since that time. And really that was the only podcast I was doing for a long time. After I got really good at it, I started, you know how you do, you learn something and then you teach others, and then you learn more and then you teach more. So that's what I did. Podcast is my thing. Second thing that happened in 2013, I worked with a colleague. She was a colleague, not really my coach at that time, but she was like, Carol, you need to do a summit. And I'm like, duh, what's a summit? And we actually did a audio summit. Now they do video and audio and all of that, but it was just audio. There wasn't any video, not in 2013. That was before Periscope, just a little bit, or right about the time of Periscope that came out. So she helped me set up this whole thing, this summit. I saw how you did the interviews. At that time, we were doing how you could put the interview up for 24 hours, take it down on each individual one. That was too much hassle for me. Today, I don't do it that way. I do a one-day summit, and we just go through the whole thing one day, and each speaker is on for about 15 or 20 minutes, and it is wonderful. You get it all finished in one day, and you have these recordings that you can send to people, and you don't have to kill yourself beforehand like you do with those regular summits where you're recording and you're putting stuff up and all that. But a summit is made for you to do it your way, just like a podcast is made for you to do it your way. If you like some funky way or something that you've created, hey, go for it. It's up to you, but just make sure you're using this best unmarketing strategy. And then the final piece of this, which is now the first piece that I talk about, is authoring a book. So in 2017, I authored my very first solo book, Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs to Stand Out, Stop Struggling, and Start Profiting. And I felt like, how do I want to market this thing? Because even back then, when we weren't talking about social media so much, I knew that social media was only a part of it. It's only a marketing tool. There's only one piece in that toolkit, but I knew I needed to do some other things. So I was like, okay, let's start a podcast. And what I can do is I had 10 chapters for the 10 strategies. And I was like, every month I'm going to talk about one particular strategy and then move on to the next month. So that gave me 10 months at least of content. I was like, okay, I can keep this going. The whole thing was to keep the book in front of everyone so they could buy it and all that stuff. So that worked out really good. And then I said, also, what I think I can do is do a summit to help promote the book. So now I have the book, the summit, and the podcast. I just rearranged them a little bit. And by the way, the book, as you probably know, went to #1 international bestseller on the Amazon platform. I have to date helped almost 100 purpose-driven entrepreneurs to become best-selling authors. And then on my summit piece, I've produced summits for myself and for my clients, about 10 altogether. About 10 summits altogether. I mean, they have been so different. They're always different. Everything's different. Your books are different. Your podcasts are different. The summits are different, but it just comes back to that base where you start at. That best unmarketing strategy with those 3 tactics in there is really going to help you. Now, I know this system works because I've done it many times, put it together many times, and it works over and over and over again. So why does it work? #1 with the book, and I suggested you start with the book because it's usually the easiest one to get going because you're going to create this book, put it out there. Whether you put it on Amazon or any of those other platforms, as Barnes and Noble and all these other things, it doesn't matter. I'm actually revamping some stuff with my bestseller lab because, the boycott with Amazon, just feeling some kind of way about it. But I don't think it hurt Amazon that much, but, it's my inner workings, I guess. Well, what do I feel about things? So I'm looking at that. Still going to be bestseller lab. You're still going to produce a best-selling book. It's just going to be on probably giving you the choice of some other platforms, not just Amazon, because we can't put all our eggs in one basket, which is why we got three things, right? So the book is going to help you create your authority. That's where you start at. Get that book. And why? Because people are always looking at authors and say, oh my God, I wish I could do that. Oh my God, you're an author. Wow. When you tell people you're an author, you shoot up to the top in their mind because a book is so hard to do, right? So get that book out there first, sell it, sell as many as you can. But the fact that you've done the book is great. It's awesome. Start promoting that thing. I did this book, y'all. Look at this book I did. This is why I did this book. Tell your story. Because people are interested in you, the author, and your book, why you wrote it, how it happened. They want to know that whole story. So if they want to know that story, tell them. Get them on your bandwagon. Because that's the whole thing. If they see you and they get to know you, they find out they like you, they start trusting you. Guess what's next? Buying from you. That's what's next. Second thing with the podcast, now that you've got some momentum going behind you and some energy and people know you can do big things, start that podcast, get some guests on that podcast. And here's one tip about a podcast that I want everybody to think about. It will help you speed up your success. And that is to interview the people who you want to work with or who can lead you to who you want to work with. That doesn't preclude you doing any solo podcast episodes like I do, or a panel episode or any other kind of episode, but make sure that you put on your podcast people who you want to work with. Now, that may be a coach who has a following. That may be that particular person you want to work with. Doesn't matter. Because guess what? They get to know, like, and trust you during the interview when you're asking them questions, and you are asking questions that you want answered or that you already know the answer to help them help your audience do more. I hope that makes sense. Third thing, the summit. The podcast helps you expand your reach. Sorry, I didn't say the third thing is the summit. The summit, I put it this way: visibility plus credibility equals sustainability. So now you've got the book, you're a best-selling author, or at least you put your book out there and you are an author. Hopefully you become a best-selling author. Now you got that podcast where you're getting in the ear of your people every week. You're telling them something new and different and awesome, and they can't wait to see who you're interviewing or what you're going to be talking about. Now you got this summit, this one-day summit where you have 20 to 30 speakers coming on, and you are the one who's interviewing all of them. You're in that interviewer seat. You're asking them questions live. It is a live summit right there that people are watching. They're watching your mannerisms. They're watching how you take on this thing, and you produce this whole thing, right? Doesn't matter if you have a team behind you or not. You produce it. Your name is out there. So that's the way you do it. So now, like I said, visibility plus credibility equals sustainability. So if they're looking at you like, wow, this is amazing. Look how she's interviewing these people. Look at the information that she's getting out of these people. I needed this in my life. I'm so glad that I came to the summit, that I found out about this person, that I'm following her. And not everybody is going to say that. Not all of your people that come are going to get on your list and stay. But just think of it as weeding out the stuff that you don't want. The people who don't stay, let them go, because they can go find somebody else. But you've got these great, awesome people here whom you can help do what they need to do. So what you've done with each element, the podcast, the book, the podcast, and the summit, is you have elevated yourself up another notch with each thing that you bring out, how you've done it. And people are looking at you. They're like, wow, you're amazing, right? Don't you like when people say that? I do. Now, do you see how the best on marketing strategy can help you and your business and your brand to expand, to get known, to get seen, to get heard, and to be hired? Because that is what we're all about. All right, now my challenge to you with this whole thing, because you may be sitting there thinking like, wow, Carol, that doesn't sound too bad. I think I can do that. I'm up to the challenge. I can do it. I'm a purpose-driven entrepreneur. I know you can. I know you can do it. And this is how you're going to do it, because this is the challenge to you to get this done. So the first thing is to start thinking about what type of book you want to put into the world to help your peeps. What is it? Is it a journal? Because people love journals. We're always writing in journals or something. Is it a planner to help them plan their day, plan their business? Is it something else? What is the book that you want to put out there? The next thing is to think about how you can turn that book into a weekly podcast. Remember, I said I took the chapters that was in my first book, and each month I went over a different chapter. I had like 3 or 4 episodes on whatever that was about. So you could do something like that, or take the concepts in the book, turn them into a podcast, bring the guests on who align with those concepts, and magic happens. And then finally, take your book and your podcast and look at how you can make a summit out of it. A summit is just like a series of interviews, but you're doing them that day. You're teaching somebody the main thing. The main thing should be the theme of your book, and how you're helping people to do whatever it is you're helping them to do. So think about the speakers that you can bring in that'll break down the tiny little minutia parts that make it big. So when I was talking about they grow your biz without social, I'm talking about the best on marketing strategy. There are other people talking about a podcast. There are other people talking about how to go around social media, how to do this, or how to focus on just one thing. So what can you create a summit about? Because people need to know this information. And when you're creating the summit and when you present it, yes, you're interviewing everybody and you're presenting different ideas to people, but it's going to help them come to the conclusion that you are the bomb.com and they need to work with you. I mean, I'm telling you, honestly, summits work, podcasts work, books work. I've made money on every single one of the projects that I put out there. So I know you can do it too. And it's really not that hard, because this strategy will actually get you out there, get you out from behind your desk or whatever. Because even if you stay right in your own home office and you're doing the summit, the podcast, nobody knows. You're just right there, right in front of them, telling them how you can help them, telling them what they didn't even think they needed to know, but now they know it, right? So to me, the best on marketing strategy is the bomb. I've used it forever, and I'm going to keep using it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. One thing that I did, I called it the Unmarketing Power Summit. I did this summit, I think it was last year, or no, it wasn't last year. 2024 was not. It was probably in 2023. Let me tell you that. And I interviewed some of the members of the Unmarketing Academy. It turned out awesome. I was just doing this little power summit so that I wanted to let people know about the Unmarketing Academy and how good it is. And these are the members I'm showcasing. And each of them had a video. And now I've taken that and repurposed it and turned it to so many different things. You're going to see a lot of it coming out. Those same people, I wanted to promote them and put them out there, put them on blast because they're totally awesome. And you will see some of that coming up if you're on my email list. Are you on my email list? If not, stay tuned. Go to the show notes, and you can get on the list. Is your website ready for prime time? When your ideal prospects land on your website, do they see the true professional you are, or are they greeted by a site that's not quite ready for prime time? For 30 years, we've helped coaches and service providers transform their online presence into powerful client-attracting machines. As a premier website designers in the Atlanta area, we don't just build websites, we create conversion engines that work for you 24/7. Why choose CSI for your WOW website? We're experts in authority marketing. We help you convert web visitors into paying clients with our proven unmarketing strategy. We offer complete protection. We'll work hard to keep your website safe from hackers and accessible to all. And we offer purpose-driven results, custom designed for coaches and service providers who want to make a real impact. If you're ready to make an impact with your website, download our free WOW Website Planner today. Inside this planner, it'll give you all the information you need to create your own WOW website. Whether you use us or someone else, you need a WOW website that converts web visitors into paying clients. So go to csicorporation.com/planner right now and download the free WOW Website Planner. Something new that I'm doing now, the member spotlights in the Unmarketing Academy. And the very first member spotlight is Dr. Eugenia J. Rucker. Dr. Rucker and I have been working together since 2015. I can't believe it's been that long. And we have created some major, major things. I'm so proud of her. And the Unmarketing Academy was a part of her journey, and I'm so happy about that as well. So let me just tell you a little bit about what Dr. Rucker has done. So I am actually going to read this off of the promotional image that we put out there to kind of put her in the spotlight. So you may see it on social media. So before, when Dr. Eugenia J. Rucker first met me in 2017, but it's actually 2015. She was terrified of going live on camera. Despite being a powerful faith leader and coach, the technology aspect of marketing her business online filled her with fear. She quote here, "I was actually challenged with fear," Dr. Rucker recalls. "Carol called me for an interview and I was hiding in the bathroom." She really was. She was hiding in the bathroom. I didn't know where she was. She just wasn't coming out. And I called her, I was like, "Eugenia, where are you? Get on here. Get on this." And she comes up. I always like to tell this. That was so funny. You couldn't even see just barely her eyes. And now today I can't get her off video. And she is a marketing fiend because she's doing Facebook Lives, Amazon Lives. She has a YouTube channel. She does master classes and webinars, right? This is all with her being out there. And she just had that fear. We had to knock it down. You know how you got to do with fear? You got to just kick it away from you, get it away from you because it doesn't have any reason to be stopping you. Fear should not stop you. So also she's been featured in multiple international publications in Ghana, Kenya, and London. She was featured in the 2025 calendar Forces for Change, Today's Purpose Woman. She is a 4-time best-selling author, including the visionary lead author of the best-selling anthology, Digging Diamonds. I was so honored to work on that project. Some amazing stories came out of there. She transferred her one-day signature event into a 3-day royal experience. And this is so big. I told her, you're going to see her coming up in an episode coming down the line, probably in a couple of weeks. I told her I felt like the grandmother because 2 of her Game Changer graduates hit the $1 million mark in revenue. What? So I was like, okay, I taught you and you taught them, so I'm the grandmother. We had a good laugh. It was so funny. It was so funny, but I'm so proud of Virginia. Congratulations to you. Hey there, would you like to be a guest on the Unmarket Your Business podcast? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Ready for your spotlight? Be on the lookout. All you need to do is be awesome by either being a client or by letting me know you used, did, or followed the advice you heard right here on a previous episode. Post it on social and be sure to tag me at CSI Corporation and use the hashtag Best on Marketing Strategy. Now let's restate this challenge that I have for you so you can start getting them dollars, ducats, coin, whatever you call them. Whatever it is going to help you pay your bills and feel better about your life. Let's start getting them. So I want you to, the challenge for you is to start thinking about the book you want to publish, the podcast you will produce, and the summit you will promote and gain access with and make money. Gain access to and make money. So that's it. The book, the podcast, and the summit. It's the trifecta. So I want you to think about, what is your book going to be about? What are you going to take from there and produce your podcast about? And what are you going to put those two things together and create a summit about? You can do this. Now to recap, number one, you don't have to depend on social media to market your business because the best unmarketing strategy works. Number two, all three of these tactics work to get you visible and credible so you can stay sustainable. And finally, the thing is, when using this strategy, you make money at every turn. You make money selling your book, or people, selling your book directly, selling your book on whatever platform, selling from your website, selling when you're in a conference or something. You can put your book into bundles and kind of sell it there, sell it as an accompaniment to a program or course or something. Your podcast, you can sell on that, sell your products, your services, and really sell yourself because you're on the stage auditioning yourself to work with these clients every single time you're on there. And then your summit, you offer it free and sell the packages. I've made so much money selling the packages to the summit. It's incredible. And I know you can do it. Would you like to get free coaching from me? Simple. All you need to do is go to unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Now, y'all know what book this is that we're going to get. And the book this time is Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs to Stand Out, Stop Struggling, and Start Profiting. And it's only fitting that I brought it out now because we're talking about the trifecta, the three things that we did that I just told you about that you can do to get your business started off correctly in the beginning. Or if you haven't been doing anything lately, your business kind of start this, do this. It will work, I'm telling you. So I've talked about this book before. I keep coming back to this book because it started everything. Because in the book, the first chapter of the strategies is write a best-selling book. And then I talk about mastering social media. I talk about speaking out, making money from speaking. You can use your book to help set you up for these speaking gigs you want. And when you get up there, offer your book to them. You can offer it free, or you can get them to pay for it. So many things you can do. And if you're confused about it, contact me and we will talk about it and see what you can do. So as I said, I have chapters in the book talking about podcasting, creating your book, and of course, mixing in the virtual summit pieces because there's not a chapter in there that is directly about virtual summits, but I talk about virtual summits all through there. And really, they're just speaking. So next episode, we're talking about leveling up, branding that gets eyes and buys. The trend Matier, I think that's how you say it, joins me to talk about how important visual branding is for your business. And we had the best time on there talking about visual branding, what it is, what it isn't, and how it helps your business. So be sure to tune in next week for that. Now, if you found value in this episode, please share it with your audience and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you next time. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Unmarket Your Business podcast. Heard something you want to take action on? great. Check out the show notes on unmarketyourbusiness.com/podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Please do me a favor and leave a review or on whatever platform you use to access this podcast. It really helps us to spread the word and get this podcast in front of the entrepreneurs that need it. See you next episode.